On August 29, 2025, the Indiana Fever's 76-75 victory over the Los Angeles Sparks should have been a celebration of grit and clutch play, but instead it ignited a firestorm over WNBA officiating. Caitlin Clark sidelined by a groin injury, and Sydney Colson out with a torn ACL didn't hold back, blasting the referees for blatant bias that nearly handed the game to the Sparks. The controversy centered on a missed foul call on Kelsey Mitchell, and a questionable timeout exposed a deeper issue, a league that punishes its stars for speaking out while letting inconsistent officiating tarnish its credibility. Clark's sideline outburst and Colson's viral tweet laid bare a pattern of unfair calls targeting the Fever, sparking a debate about whether the WNBA will finally address its refereeing crisis or continue silencing players. The game's final moments were chaotic. With 1.9 seconds left, the Fever clung to a 1-point lead. Kelsey Mitchell at the free throw line intentionally missed to burn clock, a standard strategy, but referee Amo Agazi, already under fire for erratic calls, allowed the Sparks a reset timeout, a move that baffled analysts and players alike. The timeout stretched the final 1.9 seconds into nearly 5 minutes of reviews and resets, giving the Sparks an undeserved chance to steal the win. Clark, watching from the bench, erupted, shouting "Call it!" and pointing at the refs, her frustration palpable. Her viral reaction, a mix of disbelief and sarcasm, captured the moment. "You gave them every chance to win." The missed call on Mitchell in the second quarter set the stage. Driving to the basket, she was blatantly yanked by a Sparks defender, a foul so obvious it drew gasps from the crowd. No whistle came. Mitchell, undeterred, finished the layup, but the non-call infuriated the Fever bench. Lexi Hull, vocal in protest, was hit with a technical foul, a punishment for daring to question the refs while the actual foul went ignored. The sequence was emblematic of the Fever's season: Clark, Mitchell, and teammates absorbing excessive physicality with little protection, while opponents faced softer scrutiny. The Fever's 18 fouls called against them compared to the Sparks' 12 underscored the disparity. Sydney Colson, watching from home, couldn't stay silent. Her tweet lit up the internet. At a certain point in the league's existence, EMA need for Kelsey Mitchell to get the same whistle as other stars. The way she gets assaulted is insane, actually, and I've considered roping my sister in to have her office pursue charges. The sarcasm and fury resonated, racking up thousands of shares. Colson's point was clear: Mitchell, averaging 18.7 points and driving relentlessly, was being hacked without calls, while certain stars, implied to be Paige Buchers, got whistles for minor contact. Clark chimed in with a biting reply: "Careful, you're gonna get fined." Her 6-word jab referenced the WNBA's habit of penalizing criticism, a nod to teammate Sophie Cunningham's $2,000 in fines for similar outbursts. The fines are a sore point. Cunningham, a Fever guard, was docked $500 for a TikTok mocking. Refs, $1,500 for podcast comments, and more for calling out favoritism toward Buchers. "I love Paige, but those refs were giving her every freaking whistle," she said, highlighting the inconsistency. "If you're gonna do that, give it to our guards." The WNBA's response? Another fine. Coach Stephanie White, too, faced penalties for labeling officiating egregious after a May loss to the Liberty. The pattern is stark. Players and coaches who speak out, especially from Indiana, are silenced with financial hits. Cunningham's $90,000 salary makes those fines sting, yet she, Colson, and Clark keep pushing back, amplifying fan outrage. The numbers paint a damning picture. Clark, a rookie, has endured 17% of the WNBA's flagrant fouls in 2025, a staggering stat for one player. Against the Sparks, Mitchell drew just 2 free throws despite constant drives, while opponents like Aja Wilson or Brianna Stewart average double that for less contact. The Fever face a league-high 21.3 fouls per game, yet their opponents often skate by with fewer calls. Hard screens that send Clark or Aaliyah Boston sprawling are deemed legal, but Indiana's screens draw instant whistles. Clark's sideline reaction, standing, shouting, gesturing, risked a technical, yet opponents' elbows and shoves often go unpunished. It's a double standard that reeks of selective enforcement. Fans and analysts see it clearly. The Sparks game wasn't an anomaly, it was a microcosm of Indiana's season. Clark, the WNBA's biggest draw, fills arenas and boosts ratings. ESPN reported a 23% viewership spike for Fever games in 2025. Yet she's targeted with uncalled fouls like Marina Mabry's flagrant 2 shove in June or Chennedy Carter's blindside hit last season. Mitchell, a scoring machine, gets similar treatment, her drives met with silence while opponents draw soft calls. Colson's tweet wasn't just about one game, it was a cry against a system that seems to penalize the Fever for their success. Former Fever executive Lynn Dunn backed her, tweeting, "I'll help pay the fine." A jab at the league's tactics. The WNBA's response, or lack thereof, is telling. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert has stayed silent, ignoring calls for referee accountability. Instead, the league doubles down, finding players to protect refs' egos. Standardized training, independent evaluators, or consistent foul calling could fix this, but the WNBA opts for intimidation. Engelbert does no space. For hate campaign feels hollow when players like Clark and Mitchell are left unprotected. The Fever's 19-16 record, fueled by Clark's 19.0 points and 9.3 assists, proves their resilience. But every game feels like a battle against both opponents and officials. Colson's "I can't get no more fine" reply to Clark was half joke, half truth, a player maxed out by a league more concerned with control than fairness. This isn't just about one missed call or timeout. It's about a league undermining its growth. Clark's stardom, arena sellouts, jersey sales, TV spikes has elevated the WNBA, yet the officiating threatens its credibility. Fans aren't debating highlights, they're dissecting referee bias. Social media amplifies it, with Fever supporters crowdfunding fines and demanding reform.